We're going to start today in Sukhasana, easy pose. So it's a simple cross-legged posture, although it's not simple for everyone. So if it's not comfortable for you, you can take another comfortable seated position on the mat. Be sure to draw your navel in towards the spine and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. We're making that spine as tall as we can. Bring the shoulder blades together and then down your back, and you're squeezing them together as you press them down the back. Place the hands on your thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. And just start to become aware of your breath, allowing it to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Just start to slow things down. We're all coming from different activities when we meet on the mat. Some of us have already been up for hours. Others may have just rolled out of bed. So our energy tends to be all over the place when we first meet for a yoga class. And through this centering, our energies can kind of become similar. We tune our awareness inward, focusing on the breath, and allowing ourselves to be aware of this moment. With each inhale, allow that spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, keep the length in the spine, but just begin to soften. So relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. As I mentioned, today's class is knee friendly. It just happens to be knee friendly. And many of us have knee pain in our lives. And we sometimes will still do activities even though it causes us pain. And when we do that, no matter if it's a yoga class, a soccer game, going for a run, if we're doing an activity that we know causes us physical pain, then we can't call what we're doing yoga because we are causing harm to ourselves. To truly practice yoga on the mat and off of the mat, we need to practice what's called ahimsa. And if we've practiced together for a while now, you've heard me talk about ahimsa. Ahimsa is one of the yamas, and the yamas are one of the limbs of yoga. And you can kind of think of them as an ethical code. They're also considered restraints. So ahimsa is non-harming. And I like to say that ahimsa is non-harming to yourself and others, really to all beings, in thought, word, and action. Because if you're sitting there looking in the mirror at yourself and you're thinking something negative, that's just as damaging as someone else saying it to you. If we are doing a physical activity that causes us pain and we still go for it, it's not ahimsa. We're causing harm to ourselves. Other areas where ahimsa comes into play is the foods we eat. This is a little, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's my reality. I struggle and have for many years with binge eating. And, it's something like pretzels, which are pretty harmless unless you eat the whole bag, and it really makes you feel terrible, but you do it anyway. That is not practicing ahimsa. So you can look at various aspects of your life and ask yourself, am I practicing ahimsa? Am I being non-harming in my thoughts, in my words, and my actions to myself and all other beings? And if the answer is that you're not doing that, then you just start to do it. So if you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, ooh, look at those crow's feet, I look so old. Oh, that's harmful. Just replace it with something else. Like, I smile so much that I get these wrinkles. I mean, big deal, you know? So today we'll practice ahimsa on our mat. And if a pose causes pain, then you want to back off. If it causes that muscular feeling of hard work, you keep going. But if it's true pain, you back off. Let's bring our hands together at the heart in Anjali mudra. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And we'll breathe together 3 times. And on the 3rd exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open those eyes, looking forward. So we're going to stay in Sukhasana to start today, and we'll start with some simple arm raises. And we do this to warm up the shoulders, to stretch the side body, but also to help us tune in with the breath. So as you inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, arms come back down by your sides. You're moving at your pace. So if your rate of breathing is different from mine, that's perfectly fine. The next time the arms are up overhead, allow the palms to come together to touch. So if your arms are all the way up, your biceps are in line with the ears. If you can't reach the arms up all the way, it's fine. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to bend the elbows so the thumbs go towards the base of the skull. But notice how my biceps are still right in line with my ears. So the shoulders aren't moving, it's just hinging at those elbows. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. One more time. And then you can bring your hands together at the heart. Extend the legs out nice and long. And I forgot to mention, if you have a yoga strap or a belt or something like that, have that with you today. You can also use a sweatshirt or a long sleeve shirt, something like that. And if you don't have it, it's not a big deal. So we're sitting in Dandasana, legs extended out nice and long. You're flexing the feet so the toes are pulling in towards you, but your heels remain on the floor. Cross your right leg over the left, and you're going to stack that right knee on top of your left knee. As you inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, begin to hinge from the hips, folding forward, and bring your hands down to the ground. Then take a breath in. As you exhale, just start to walk the hands out nice and slowly, just going to your maximum. Be mindful of the low back here. And then start to walk your hands back towards your body. Extend the leg out nice and long, and then you'll bend the left knee, crossing it over the right leg and stacking those knees. Nice tall spine, both feet are flexed. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward, and bring those hands down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, you slowly walk those hands out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Remember the balanced breath here. And then start to walk your hands back up towards the body. Extend the left leg long to meet the right. We'll come back to Sukhasana because secretly I forgot to do one of the poses. And then inhale, arms up. Nice tall spine. Extend as you hinge from the hips, folding forward. When you feel like you've kind of reached your maximum fold, bring the hands down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Remember to practice ahimsa. And then start to walk your hands back towards the body. Switch the cross of the legs. Readjust the sit bones. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Start to walk those hands back towards the body, and we're going to come to lay down on our backs. So just move things out of the way. If you have a strap, have that nearby, and lay down on your back. So once you lay down on the back, hug the knees into the chest, coming to Apanasana. And then you're going to place the sole of the left foot on the mat. The knee is bent. Take the strap, loop it around the ball of the right foot, and then extend the right leg nice and long. So you're flexing the right foot. As you inhale, the right leg lifts. And if you have a strap, you have that on the ball of the foot. You're going to pull the strap. So you're not pulling your leg towards your face. You're just pulling the strap straight down, which pulls the toes down and will help you stretch that calf. Breathe here. Slowly lower that right leg. You'll switch feet, so you're going to place the strap around the ball of that left foot. Bend the right knee, sole of the foot comes to the mat. As you inhale, left leg lifts. As you exhale, pull that strap straight down, which causes your foot to flex further, and you'll feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Remember that balanced breath here. So let's say you did this, but you have a calf injury, so this causes you pain, you would skip it to practice ahimsa. And lower that left leg. Knees are bent. Extend the leg out nice and long. Draw the right knee into the chest, and you're really hugging it in, placing the hands on the back of the thigh. So the hands are sandwiched between the back of the thigh and the calf. As you inhale, feet are flexed. Begin to straighten that right leg as much as you can. But look at mine. I mean, that's not straight at all. So don't feel like you have to get that leg straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. So you're moving with your breath here. One more time. Place the sole of the right foot on the mat. Extend the leg long. Draw the left knee in. Bend the knee. Have those hands sandwiched between the back of the thigh and calf. Flex the feet. So we really hug the knee in. Inhale, straighten the leg as much as possible. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Extend that left leg long to meet the right. Draw both knees into your chest. The right hand is on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. So I'm already starting to sniffle. I forgot to take my Claritin again. So hopefully I won't have an allergy attack today. So right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee. As you inhale, those knees pull away from the chest, which causes the arms to straighten. As you exhale, pull the knees in. Inhale, knees pull away from the chest. Exhale, pull them in. So something to remember with ahimsa, if you're ever in a yoga class with another teacher, it is always okay to modify poses. It doesn't matter who the teacher is or where the class is. If you need to modify a pose, you modify a pose. Sometimes a teacher will come over and say, oh, your foot needs to be there, because they won't realize you're modifying, and you can just let them know, oh, I'm modifying today. Hug those knees in once more. Lower the soles of the feet to the mat and then cross that right ankle over your left thigh. Take the hands around the left thigh, draw those legs into the chest, and you can kind of nudge that right knee away with the elbow a little bit here. Focus on your breath. And then keep that right ankle over the left thigh, but lower your left foot to your mat. Take your arms by your sides, palms face the floor. Draw the pelvic floor up and your navel in. Engage that left glute, press down through the foot, and lift the hips. As you exhale, lower those hips. So if this was too much, you would just lower the right foot and use both feet. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. 3 more on your own. When you finish, lower the hips, lower that right foot. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take the hands around the right thigh, draw the legs in. Lower the right foot. Arms come by your sides, palms face the floor. Draw the navel in, pelvic floor up, engage that right glute. Press down through the right foot, lift the hips. We're trying to keep everything as stable as possible here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower 3 more times here, moving with your breath. When you finish, you'll lower the hips. Keep that, actually, never mind. See, I have to have my notes after over 10 years. Lower the left foot. Hug both knees into your chest. Right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee. As you inhale, knees pull away from the chest. As you exhale, draw them in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, draw the knees in. 3 more here. Keep those knees hugged in. And then we're going to start to rock head to tail, coming up to seated. And we'll sit in Dandasana so the legs extend out nice and long. So here, you're going to bend your left knee. Take the left hand behind the left hip and wrap the right arm around that left knee. The right foot is flexed. We press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall, and as you exhale, begin to twist to your left. Breathe here, nice tall spine. Press down through those sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, come back to center. You're going to take your right hand, slide it down the left leg, and then slide it down your right leg, grasping the inside of the foot. So just lean back a little bit, and the leg lifts. And then on an exhale, twist to the left. slowly come back to center, lower the leg. Let the left knee open up out to the left. Sole of the foot is at the inner thigh of that right leg. As you inhale, arms sweep up, and then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Don't worry about touching your toes if they seem far away. You can rest your hands on your calf, your quad, or if you can grab those toes. With the inhale, lengthen, and with the exhale, maybe you can fold a little further. Be very mindful of the low back here. And then slowly walk your hands up the leg, coming back to seated. Extend your left leg long to meet the right, and then bend the right knee. Sole of the foot comes to the mat. Take that right hand behind the right hip. Wrap the left arm around the right knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to your right and breathe. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Slide the left hand down. Grasp the top or the inside of your left foot. Begin to just lean back and then twist to your right. Lower the left foot. Let that right knee open up out to the right. So the sole of the foot is at the upper inner thigh of that left leg. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. With the inhale, lengthen, and with the exhale, hinge. Start to walk those hands, back up the leg, coming to seated. Extend the legs out nice and long. So again, if you have your strap, go ahead and grab that. You're going to bend both knees and place the strap around the balls of both feet. If you don't have a strap, it's okay. You can do this pose without it. It's just more gentle with a strap. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. So we're not bending our back to get our nose towards our knees. We're just hinging from the hips and stopping where we need to. Then, with the inhale, lengthen. With the exhale, hinge. Slowly bring yourself back up. Remove the strap. So you're going to bend your knees and then take your hands behind you. Fingertips point towards your body. Press down through the feet and lift the hips for a reverse tabletop. So keep the navel drawn in. Focus on your breath here. Slowly lower the hips. Give your knees a little hug. Now extend the legs out nice and long. Take the hands behind you, fingers pointing to your body. You'll press down through the heels and the hands to lift yourself up for reverse plank and breathe. Slowly lower those hips. Give yourself a hug. Come back to Sukhasana, easy pose. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge. Walk the hands back towards the body. Switch the cross of the legs. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge. Something I should mention, when you're just sitting in Sukhasana, that's already a forward bend, so you don't ever have to worry about going any further. You just go further if it's okay for your body. And I'll tell you, some days it'll be okay and some days it won't. So you do what's appropriate for you in the moment. Slowly walk the hands back towards the body, and we're coming up to standing. So we'll stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet are just femur width apart. Hips are stacked on the knees. Knees are stacked on ankles. Pelvis is in neutral. I've got my ultra high waist pants on today. All right. Shoulder blades together and down your back. As you inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, arms lower. You're moving with your breath at your own pace here. No need to rush. The next time you lift the arms, you'll also come up on the balls of the feet. And then as you exhale, everything lowers. Inhale, up on the balls of the feet, arms up overhead. Exhale, lower. And if you're wobbly, that's okay. When you're wobbling all around, you're building up strength in those muscles, increasing your proprioception. It's like when your body kind of knows where it is in space. And you'd be surprised, a lot of people don't know where their body is in space. But with more practice, it learns. And then everything lowers. Stand at the top of your mat. So we're going to go through a little flow here. And this is a knee-friendly practice. We are going to be using chair pose. So if chair pose bothers your knees, my children have taken all of my yoga blocks. I think I might see one. Hang on. It was actually really cute. My nephew was over, and my youngest and my nephew made a whole entire store in my youngest's room. And so it was their shop. And then they took push pins and put signs up all over my house with push pins for their store. And they sold yoga blocks. So anyway, you know, we all have our struggles. So one of the things you can do to help your knees in chair pose is to place a block between the knees, and then you're squeezing it. And that's going to help you engage your quads and keep the weight out of the knees. So you inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees and slide those hips back. So that's chair pose with the block. Press down, come up, lower the arms. If you don't have a block or like a small ball, you can actually just pretend you're squeezing one, and that can help, or you can skip the pose. So let's start in Tadasana, mountain pose. As you inhale, arms sweep up as you come up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower the heels, lower the arms. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, sitting on the edge of your chair, And then you're going to slide those hips back. We'll hold here while you breathe. Make sure you're not holding the breath. Press down through the feet. Bring everything up. Exhale, lower your arms. I do a pretty shallow chair pose because of my knees, so if you're able to go deeper, feel free to do that. Inhale, arms sweep up as we come up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, everything lowers. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, sit in your chair. Make sure to slide the hips back. You want to be able to see the toes beyond your knees. And breathe. It can be made more gentle by bringing your hands to your hips. Good. Inhale, everything comes up. Exhale, lower the arms. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms sweep up, coming up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, everything lowers. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, sit in your chair, Utkatasana. Breathe here. On the next inhale, press down through the feet to bring yourself up. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale. Oops, sorry guys, I messed up. Sorry. Let's come back to Tadasana. I wasn't present. I was actually thinking about something different. I was thinking about physical therapy, but I'm not in physical therapy right now. I'm here. So I want to be in this moment. Inhale, arms sweep up. Come up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower the heels, lower the arms. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees and sit in Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathe. On your next inhale, press down through the feet to bring yourself up. As you exhale, lower your arms. We're going to come to lay down on our backs, so however you get there is fine. Just lay down comfortably on your back. You can hug the knees in and rock from side to side. And then go ahead and place the soles of the feet on the floor and bring your arms by your sides, palms face the floor. Draw the pelvic floor up, navel in, engage both glutes. Press down through the feet, lift the hips, and then as you exhale, lower those hips. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. Continue moving with your breath here, inhaling up and exhaling down for dynamic bridge pose. The next time you lower those hips, pause there. Draw your knees into the chest and bring the arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to tip the legs over to the left. So you're twisting to your left. Left leg comes to the ground, right leg rests on top of it. If it's okay for you, you can turn the head to look to the right. Now, if your right shoulder is popping up off the ground, I want you to bend the elbow and just place the hand on the rib cage to protect your shoulder. Start to bring those knees back in towards the chest. And then on the next exhale, you'll twist to the right. So you lower that right leg to the ground, left leg rests on top of it. You can turn your head to look to the left. Start to bring those knees back up. Head and neck come back to neutral. Place the hands on the knees. As you inhale, knees pull away from your chest. As you exhale, draw them in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, pull them in. Hug those knees in once more. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana, the last pose of our class. So if there's anything that you need to be comfortable, please don't hesitate to grab it. If you need something to keep warm or maybe a drink of water. And then once you have everything that you need, you'll just come to lay down on your back. Legs extended out nice and long. Arms by your sides, palms face the sky. Allow the feet to just flop open. Relax the jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. And let that tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let your eyes rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the room once again and becoming aware of your body. You can start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. Turn that head gently from side to side and stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position. And we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed, if you'd like, you can use your arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Once you get there, bring your hands together at the heart in Anjali mudra. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for practicing ahimsa as you practice asana. And as you go through your week, see if you can find opportunities to practice ahimsa off the mat. Take your yoga practice out into the world. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste.